Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Kalispera, Sas. Uh, I wish I was there with you personally, in person, but I will be there soon enough because my son, Michael, is getting married in Greece. He's marrying a beautiful, wonderful lady who is a first generation Greek American. So they will be married on non-fluent. So I'm looking forward to that. So, as the grandson of Greek immigrants, I'm proud to be one of the 3 million Americans who are fortunate enough to be able to claim Greek ancestry. Now, I will tell you this you hear a lot uh, about the Democrats and Republicans not getting along, and that's true to a certain extent. But Dina is a very good friend of mine. Chris
Yes.
Backus does an outstanding job, and we do get things done. We really do. As a matter of fact, Mike Johnson, who's the Speaker of the House, calls me the Greek Wonder because we get so much bipartisan legislation done, and and we do it on behalf of course, the United States, but also our beloved Elada and Kipro. And Dina is a great partner. She's the vice chairman of the Hellenic Caucus. So, for more than 2 centuries, the modern Greek state has promoted liberty, peace, and human rights, and has played a critical role as an ally of the United States and a steadfast NATO partner. I emphasize the word steadfast in the Eastern Mediterranean. As a proud Greek American, inspired by my heritage, I will continue my work to ensure mutual peace and prosperity for both of our nations, and I want to include Cyprus in that as well. Throughout my tenure in the United States Congress, I have made it my mission to nourish the special bond between the United States and some of its most steadfast allies in the Mediterranean, with the goal of thwarting existential threats from bad actors in the region. I currently serve again with Chris Pappas, but Dina is a vice chair and Nicole Maliotakis is a vice chair as well. So I serve as co-chair of the Congressional Caucus on Hellenic Affairs and a founding co-chair of the Congressional Hellenic Israel Alliance. We call it CHIA. In this capacity, I co-authored the Eastern Mediterranean Security and Energy Partnership Act, and I believe that Dina co-sponsored that as well, and the U.S.-Greece Defense and Interparliamentary Partnership Act, which were both signed into law. Very proud of that. The law strengthened the defense partnership between the United States, Elada, and Kipro, of course, by supporting Greek military modernization, and of course, our ally Israel, military modernization, and multilateral security efforts between Cyprus, Greece, Israel, and the United States. I'm excited about the energy opportunities and mutual benefit for Greece and the United States for the near future. So much potential. Regardless of who wins the presidential election, I only see greater investment and coordination. Back in November, the Hellenic Caucus hosted Assistant Secretary Pyatt, who was a former ambassador, of course, to Greece, the U.S. ambassador to Greece. I happen to think he did a great job. But we hosted him to talk about the key roles that Greece is playing in global energy and national security. I believe Dino was there. I've worked with Assistant Secretary Pyatt since he was the ambassador to Greece to strengthen American ties with the port of Alexandroupoli, knowing even before the Russian invasion of Ukraine that the strategic and economic benefits of the port were crucial to Greece and American interests. And that, of course, has proven to be true. President Trump was also a big supporter of Greece, and I had his ear for 4 years, along with Secretary Pompeo, supporting energy projects such as the East Med pipeline that connected the Eastern Mediterranean countries. He knew that a connected Eastern Mediterranean would result in more prosperity, stability, and peace. As we enter the new year, I'm hopeful for new projects such as the East Med Energy Center, and I work with John Sarbanes, Representative Sarbanes, and we did get in the final bill, one of the appropriations bill, I believe the sum of $6 million for this particular center. Now, the bill was not heard at the last minute on the House floor, but it is a step forward because now we're pushing to get it in the Senate bill. In any case, I think we have there's a lot of prospects there. We did that through the amendatory process. And you got to form relationships in Congress to get things done, just like anywhere else. And we do that. We also, will not allow Turkey to jeopardize the growing bond between the United States, Greece, and Cyprus, or to jeopardize the safety and sovereignty of our allies. Turkey has proven itself as a destabilizing force in the region, particularly by threatening Greece's sovereignty with overflights. Now, I know that things are a little better now, but we've got to always make sure we have to be vigilant. The continued illegal occupation of Cyprus, which hasn't gotten any better, and its aggressive rhetoric against Israel. There are even rumors that Turkey is trying to negotiate itself back into the F-35 program without getting rid of the S-400s. We're not going to let that happen, right, Dina?
That's right.
I will not allow this to happen, and will work with my colleagues on the Hellenic Caucus in the Senate to stop. And he said, we also met with Prime Minister Mitsotakis very recently while he was in Washington. Dina was in on that meeting as well. Turkey must be held accountable for its actions, and the caucus will make sure that it is not rewarded for its bad behavior. I will continue to push for this. It is important to remember that today's Greece and Cyprus are not the same as they were 20 or 30 years ago. Both are now economically strong and growing. Both share common economic opportunity in the Eastern Mediterranean region with strategic partners in the Middle East, of course, and Europe. And both are well positioned and politically ready to play a bigger role, a security role with the United States and our NATO partners. The future is bright, and we will continue to encourage this development as the United States grows its relationship with both countries. And I'm going to include Cyprus on that. Again, thank you for inviting me here today. I look forward to answering your questions with regard to the presidential campaign. President Trump actually just spoke, and I'm caught the tail end of it at the Economic Club in New York City. I'm here, not for that, but I'm here for an event tonight. And then I'm also attending John Katzimatidis. Most people know John Katzimatidis, and he's like family to me. So I'm attending his birthday party tomorrow night. So, σας ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ.